don't think so somehow. I'm a loser. I'm sitting there, broadcasting myself having a cup of tea. I still don't know how to get the comments up. This is really bad, this live streaming, because you can't see the comments. Sound cool with EQ. Every speaker has to have EQ in it. It's the world we live in. Every speaker you buy now has to have it custom EQ. What happened before we had custom EQ? People just was happy with the speaker, wasn't it? Crazy, crazy world. Said anything to anyone. Sort of. I can't. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. It actually feels chilly. Can't even believe the weather forecast. Well gone. Crazy. But the Sky Driver is 600. I don't know. I've got 2 units. Well, I did have to sell them. Unlistenable to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm going deaf now, but people loving all these speakers that X600. I don't know. Maybe different units sound really different. But my 2 units both sound crap. And bass distortion. It's not a Sky Driver either, is it? Wish I had your ears. I don't know. Maybe I'm deaf. Everyone's got different ears anyway, so. I'm sitting there having a Starbucks and the people are watching me. I don't know. That's what I don't know. The world's gone crazy. As I was thinking, no more 2 weeks, studying the speaker, wasting 2 weeks of my life for what? I'm just as happy sitting here having a cup of tea. What EQ? Which EQ? Yeah, all have a big. I don't know who they tune these speakers for, but now I understand how they do it. They just have. They just put all the beta speakers out to random people to test. And that's the feedback they're going on. So, I mean, are they deliberately wanting really inexperienced ears? Because those are the people that are going to be buying it. I don't know. So if you've got experienced ears, if you've got good reference points, they just end up sounding crap. And and certain reviewers will say, well, if as long as you EQ it, okay. But, they're EQing it to sell these speakers. They must know what they're doing. The presets, but I can't. That's the same as yesterday. I still can't work out how to keep the comments up. I think it only comes up if there's a new comment or something. So I've got to be watching it. It doesn't stay. It stays on 20 seconds or so. It takes all the fun out of it. I tried to use a different app and that didn't work either. Anyway, it's supposed to be 90 degrees. Is anyone actually in the UK watching this? The 9 people watching. Because in London it's really muggy. I might post my. What we speak of the X600 that we still talk about. Sweden is in the house. Is it even hotter over there? I think in mainland Europe it's supposed to be even hotter. What is it in Sweden? Most buying portables. Exactly. We're not typical. We're not typical of the users, are we? They're supposed to be enthusiasts. So that's why I just want my enthusiasm. It's supposed to be an enthusiast because we are niche. So what is the point? That's why I stopped doing EQs altogether. It was fun for a while. USA, so it must be early morning. I don't know, the USA is a big country, isn't it? I suppose you could be one end or the other. And be night or morning, I don't know. West Sussex, yeah, it's like, yeah. It says 90 degrees, but it don't feel like it. Yesterday was well nice, because it was sunny. And Sussex ain't too far from London, is it? Very early. So what, you got problems sleeping or too much coffee last night or something? Or not enough, I don't know. What's the temperature in Devon? I mean, officially here, I think it's 88. I really don't feel like it, but it's quite humid. I did night shifts for a long time. It kills you. Ruins your body clock. And you'll end up, I started going bald and grey when I was doing night shifts. As soon as I stopped, I recovered. But I did that for about a year. Honestly, anyone who works night shifts has a lower life expectancy. It's really bad for the body clock. And for your social life and everything else. So that you never see the sun. It's terrible. And when you're going to sleep, when your neighbours are up and they're making a noise, and when you want to be up, they want to be sleeping. So. Is everybody having fun? I'm having fun. It's been a lot more fun. I must be doing something wrong. I keep asking guys, how do I keep the comments up? And nobody's telling me. 23. Is that West Sussex, was it? 23 in West Sussex. That can't be right. Well, 46. Oh no, 46. That's about 78 or something, isn't it? Is that high 70s? It's definitely high 80s here. Because I've got my own weather station, so I don't trust the weather forecast. So I just go by my own weather station. That's how nerdy I am. I've got to have my own weather station. And I keep looking at it on my phone and going to the app. Sad. What? You're having a cold one. There's no answer to that. Well, there is an answer, but that's it's too early in the day for that. I'm not even had a caffeine or a Red Bull, nothing. I'm even just having a double green tea. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? Double green tea, trying to be healthy. Is there any point at my stage in life? Probably not. So, should we talk about speakers then? So yesterday you were telling me about Charge 6. Apparently that's supposed to be all right. I had a look. It's still the same setup, isn't it? A woofer and a tweeter. So what's different? Is it just tuned different? I didn't even look at the specs. Well, I think I did. 30 watts. Is that the same as the old one? So on paper, it don't look like it's much of a difference. I guess they just EQ'd it different. I was selling off my speakers. I was looking at the Extreme 3 compared to the Extreme 4 again. It's basically the same as the Extreme 3, isn't it? The tuning, all very, very similar. So I'm selling this Extreme 3. What's the point if you've got an Extreme 4? Soundcore Motion Plus 4 years ago. Yeah, the old days, you bought a speaker, it sounded decent. You didn't really have to use custom EQ, but if you did, it was even better. It wasn't that it made a crap speaker sound reasonable. It was, you took a decent sound and it got even better because you only had to customize a little bit. Now it's different, isn't it? Now every speaker has to be saved. Well, as I said, us niche people. My favourite Bluetooth speaker ever is the TDK Boombox 2. The TDK, I don't think I've ever had it, other than the cassettes. Do they make that now? Is that even a company still, TDK? There's a big delay in the comments. I said, comments are now gone. I'll wait till they come back up. I don't know. What's the most interesting speaker then out there for you people? Like where the questions have not been answered, or some people say it's brilliant, but we suspect they are really shills. And other people saying, well, it's really crap, but we think they've got not really good ears. So we don't quite know exactly where we are. What's the speaker? Hello, Alan, and everyone. Mr. Hancock. I don't quite know if you just put that name on for a laugh, or you've gone through your whole life with that name, because in school that must be not a lot of fun. It's like you go through school with naturally curly hair like I have, around the same time as Kevin Keegan was around. Yeah, it's also not fun, but it's life, isn't it? Could be a lot worse. Mike Hancock. I think you've been there almost since day one, haven't you? Were you even around when I did mattresses? Even before mattresses, I just did random. I did my cameras and stuff as well. No, it was just a computer. The Valier for yeah. I've not only had that crap one. What was that crap one I had? The small one. But I've not had any big speakers. I think if I'm going to buy speakers from now on, they've got to be decent speakers. Probably, more upper. I'm not. Party speakers are no good to me. I mean, I know that's where the most interesting to be, but This is before I sold the Rave Party 2. I never did review that. Yes, it's got an upper bass thumb, but is that all you need at a party? I mean, otherwise it's horrendous. You could only use it at a party. Anyway, that's gone. I'm not going to do a review on that. None of them. I don't know. The only reason I did the Brain X was because it looked a bit interesting on paper. Look them up. Kind of old. Well, they were old. You know what I still want to rebuy? That Sharp upright turntable. I can't remember. Was it the 2000 or whatever it was called? And it had twin cassette decks. You know, and two beefy looking speakers on the side, but it was all in one portable unit. I keep thinking I'm going to rebuy that. You can see a lot of reconditioned ones on eBay. Just to see what I thought was a good sound then. Well, you know, to me it was, because that's all I needed. There was a big deal going portable with a turntable. It's a head turner. You take that somewhere. Oh, look at this. That's interesting, isn't it? Because you never see upright turntables. Partly because the gravity don't work too well with a turntable on the side, does it? But we didn't really care. Yo, have a good day, bro. Thank you very much. I'm just kind of cruising in my life at the moment. That's what I don't know what to do. This is so random anyway. I don't know. Sort of enjoyable. I can sit here talking to nobody, or I can sit here talking to like a dozen people. This sort of seem like your friends anyway. What are you guys all doing? That you're watching me doing nothing? You're watching me watching you? Well, yeah, sort of. You know. Sober, not even a caffeine fix. I don't think being healthy is all it's cracked up to be quite honest. The Stormbox, what, the original? Of course, Stormbox original is still a classic speaker. The other one, the Blast 2, was a joke. Well, they're all party speakers. If that's what you want, it's fine. But if you want something to actually listen to properly. They like 10-year-old. Are they? They had a line with Bluetooth speakers, a turntable, and big headphones. Headphones with headphones? Yeah, well, as separate items. You don't mean they sold them all as one thing? Headphones and the turntable and that. I could send it as a package, couldn't I? Lovely at low volumes. Sally, who apparently accused me of, well, I won't even repeat what you said yesterday about lonely people at, I can't remember where I am there, at the services, scratchwood services. This is the first I've heard of it. No, oh, yeah. I never come across TDK. We're going to go for a walk a minute. Well, I am anyway. Anyone who wants to come with me can come with me. I'm really disappointed. I thought it was going to be like a steaming hot day like yesterday. Because it puts you in the mood, doesn't it? This don't put me in the mood at all. Sober, no caffeine, nothing else. Yeah. Everything seems better. As soon as the sun comes out, it's not solid cloud, it's just cloud where I am. But apparently better than being in West Sussex. So is that you by the sea, aren't you? I was like, depending on where you are. West Sussex by the sea? Isn't that, is that Brighton? Or is that just Sussex? At scratchwood services where single men gather for what typically turns out to be a generally uncomfortable evening. Well, I'm happy to say I've got no idea. I don't really come here in the evening. In fact, I don't think I've ever been here in the evening. I've been coming here for tea since COVID. That's the honest truth, Your You sit here, there's nobody here. Look, I'll prove it to you. Look, nobody here. How brilliant is that? You just, it's like being in the countryside, and you're not. Well, I know I'm exaggerating a little bit. It's just that I can proper chill out. There's never anybody on top of you. That's what she said. Whatever. Are you curious about what? I'm really. I don't know. I'm not curious at all. I don't really want to get arrested. And I certainly wouldn't want to do that with a big camera. You know, so, no. You got the wrong geezer. I don't know. coming for a cup of tea and I'm going to have a little walk, as I said. Honestly, I don't know. I could just come and chill out like this. Guaranteed nobody be sitting on top of you. And apparently it was supposed to be a nice day, and there's literally nobody here. Look, the whole sit-out area, nobody. You can't ask for more than that when you want a quiet day, can you? What else should we talk about? I've been going on Reddit and doing a lot of politics. I'm just trying to wind people up. That's I'm getting a bit sad, getting so bored. So I just someone came on, you know when you go on the home screen on Reddit, so it just comes up with random subs that you have been on recently. So I don't go into the Bluetooth sub, but because it knows I've been there before, every so often it randomly puts up a Bluetooth speaker thread. And if some bloke comes in and he sends a chat saying, I'm wasting my time talking about politics and random comments on Bluetooth speakers. I should be reviewing the U-Boom X because he's mate Olive, because he's a Patreon supporter apparently of Olive. And I should have known. Didn't we talk about this yesterday? But I didn't tell you that the geezer had come in and sidelined me. He should have known the firmware wasn't right. For all I know, that's probably Dominic Reviews. He was crying his eyes out because I didn't review Olive's hand-tuned firmware. I reviewed the firmware that Mr. Joe Public was going to have, and that's what I always do. Right or wrong, I'm not there to repair speakers. I'm there to tell you if there's something that needs repairing, which is what I told Tribute as well when they wanted to put me on their customer, what do they call it, the customer feedback. No, there's another name. I think it's VCC. What's that stand called? The voice of the customer or something. I did have a motorcycle many years ago when I was trying to do the knowledge. I don't know where you are in London. If you want to do if you want to get a black cab, you've got to go out on a motorcycle for like 5 years. I don't know if it's still 5 years. Back in my day, it was 5. It's ridiculous. Why do you need to be 5 years? Do you know why it made it 5 years? Because that's how they limit the numbers. I don't know how many are now. I think back in the day it was like 25,000. They limit the numbers in London. London's a big place, like 10 million people. It's ridiculous. Just so the black cab drivers can make decent money, they limit the numbers. Although now they're screwed because they've got Uber and all that. But back in the day, yeah. Did you have a motorbike? So that's when I had a motorbike and I was going around London doing the knowledge. Sorry, I just missed all the comments come up. You have to give another 5 minutes before the comments come back out. And I fell off. I was doing it in the winter. I skidded. I never realised how easy it was to skid on these things. It's pretty hot. Where's it? Oh, so Bluetooth speakers. What also are you expert in? Well, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in Bluetooth speakers, by the way. I've just been around a long time, so like you guys, a lot of you will be old like me, and a lot of you will not be old like me, and you'll slowly pick up stuff over time just because you're an enthusiast. I'm not an expert. What is an expert in speakers anyway? Who can tell you what you like? Nobody can tell you. We talked about that yesterday, isn't it? Subjective, objective. Audio is both subjective and objective, but all that matters is the subjective bit of it, because you're the only one who's got to like what you hear. But I still can hear a speaker and think it's awful. They acknowledge they saw the knowledge 30 years ago. Yeah, I don't know. They're still doing the knowledge. I'm pretty sure about that, but I don't know how long it takes. They used to say they were going to. I think when Ken Livingstone was mayor, there was no need for it to be 5 years. That's when sat-navs first came in. So you can have sat-nav, but they didn't have sat-navs, so they still limit the numbers by. Now, see, out of London, you buy the plate. It's different. But in London, you don't buy the plate. That's how they limit the numbers. JBR charge 6. Yeah, I probably if I get back into it, and if I want to do something, which I don't want to do right now. I'm in this twilight zone at the moment for many reasons. Where what is life all about? What is the point? How you're sitting at scratchwood services on your own, talking at your phone, and talk to these people as though you're mates with your mates in a while, because a lot of you have been around for many years. Yeah, Mr. Hancock, how many years have you been around? It's just like you've been there forever. Because I remember on other live streams, I think there was more than one mic, wasn't it? And it was getting mixed up, especially because I used to have a drink when I was doing that, and I didn't know who I was talking to. It's still a bit like that. It just, yeah. But I can't really forget your surname. I don't know. Did you say what it was being like in school, and if that's your real surname? It's something to talk about, isn't it? It's not going to be easy going through life with that surname, that's for sure. What's your opinion on audiophiles and their highly expensive equipment? What is an audiophile? This is the thing. Everyone, I know what, to me, an audiophile first was has tasty equipment and spends tens of thousands on it, whether it's dollars or sterling, whatever. It's not someone who just thinks they like pure sound. It seems to me now people talk about audiophiles as, oh, they're the ones that like a pure sound, and the rest of us are not audiophiles because we could like a different kind of sound, and we don't know what is flat. And why I find that hysterical is the ones that listen to Bluetooth speakers and call themselves audiophiles. I'm waiting for one of them to actually know and prove to me they know what a flat sound is, because they never do. But this is the problem. I just end up being a grumpy old man now. And I don't like that either, because I'm getting to, when I first started, here's my opinion, and yeah, you're entitled to yours, but over time I've got more and more grumpy. You just got people getting so wrong. What's my opinion on audio? I just understand. And they're highly expensive equipment. It's great. Sound is subjective, yeah. High-end audio is completely different. You're just immersed in it, and you're basking over you, and it's like you just lose yourself in it. It does not happen with Bluetooth speakers. Bluetooth speakers are fun, and you're happy with it, but it's in an entirely different way. It's like a mono television. You're watching a film, and you can enjoy the film even with mono sound, but listen to the same film in Atmos, in proper surround sound. It's a whole different ballgame. The film itself is the same, but the immersion level is completely different. You cannot compare them, and that's, to me, the difference between high-end gear. Of course, a lot of it is just overpriced, but true high-end gear, where it just opens up the soundstage, and it's just this three-dimensional thing happening all around you, and you're immersed in it, and you're picking out bits of the band, and it's like actually being there. It's a whole different ballgame to Bluetooth speakers. The cheap ones, they're okay, but I love my Sony. Yeah, most stuff now. I mean, you can't get decent cheap like we used to get, because everything is so expensive now. Anything that's cheap now is utter rubbish, because you just can't make decent cheap, because the raw materials, just the labor that they have to, even from China, you cannot. The cheap stuff is crap. And it used to be you could get some real diamonds in the cheap stuff, but you simply can't, because everything is so expensive now. And if it's not expensive, there's a reason. Is my opinion. I don't know. If you have enough opinions and you say it enough, at least half the time you're probably going to be quite near the mark. But if you only have one opinion and you only say it sporadically, you could be wrong all the time. I just thought about that just now. The green tea is beginning to hit. Why don't you review Sony? I'm not reviewing anything. I don't know if you noticed, because I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm over the midlife crisis. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I want to do anymore. This thing is £20 second hand. Well, sounds cheap. Do you think Sound Contributor are going south? Soundcore are still hit and miss. The hits are not as big as the old hits on Soundcore, but they're still knocking out speakers that you can say, well, fair enough. But, they're getting distortionists and stuff that we didn't used to get, because they're using cheap materials. They're going with their new models. But Tribbett have in my opinion, have completely lost the way. Yesterday I was saying the speaker that broke me was the Tribbett Stormbox Lava, whatever they called it, because it was so bad to me. And the comments were praising it. Whether they're all shills or not, I don't know. And I just figured, what is the point of me wasting my life? Because it does take a long time to do it properly. I don't want to do what some of the new ones now just put out sound clips as though. I don't want to just rehash what we talked about yesterday. I don't know, maybe none of you were here yesterday, but we were saying, what were you talking about? I don't know, I completely forgot. What were we talking about? I completely forgot. There's an ant on the table. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, no, why don't I want to? Oh yeah, people are just doing sound clips. But if you look at the high-end ones, we talked about Erin's audio corner, they don't do sound clips at all. The difference is night and day. Why is that? Cheap Bluetooth speakers, they just do sound clips. People seem to like it. They get enough views and stuff. But go to the high-end speakers, you don't get any sound clips. You know why? Because it's very hard to take a sound from the beginning and have someone else play it on all the different gear they're playing and have it in any way represent the original speaker. I get that. But you can do, to a certain extent, the overall tone. You can, as long as you get your source end right to be as neutral as, that you're taking out all the variables at your end and hoping other people have reasonably flat gear at the other end, and you get somewhere, especially when you are comparing it to a reference, they'll get some idea where you are. But in the high-end world, they're so technical with it, they don't think you should do it at all. Wasn't it Crutchfield? Who was it? They actually put a lot of money into trying to do the binaural recordings that you could just switch between and try and compare speakers, and they found that cheap speakers ended up sounding almost as good as the expensive ones when you do it that way round. Now, I don't know exactly why they ended up with that, but there is a reason. At the end of the day, if you're not hearing the actual speaker with its actual drivers, you're losing a big element of what makes up that sound. What never gets talked about enough is sound is three-dimensional. Everyone talks about it. We know that you get in these measurements. That's not three-dimensional. It's was that two-dimensional? Yeah, it's two-dimensional. But audio it's always this thing about, well, a speaker can't do more than one sound at a time. It can do multiple sounds, because what you're actually hearing is all those frequencies grouped together, and it's they're hitting you slightly different timings. It's a three-dimensional particles and all that, how the sound spreads through atoms and stuff like that, and it's not hitting one atom, it's spreading all around. I sounded intelligent there, didn't I? Maybe not. Sorry. I thought someone was talking to me. I thought, that's weird. Well, I'm just going to wait for the comments to come back up. A bit of acid reflux. You drink too fast. Is that one of the most common things people have? It's easier to say who doesn't have acid reflux, which makes me wonder if it really is acid reflux. Apparently, it's a lot of different conditions that get put under that umbrella. Apparently, lack of acid, the symptoms is the same as too much acid. That's a bit of a tangent, isn't it? I'm just waiting for the comments to come back up. It just floats in and out, and there must be a way they'd be able to get it to come. And what if I press that and I go live chat, all this? Are there any trustworthy YouTubers on the internet besides you? Even I get, this is also the other thing, even I get accused of being biased. And I know I've gone out, I know I'm not biased, and I go out of my way to try and not be biased. You know, I don't monetize almost in any way. I'm not turned on for this, but obviously I'm trying to get little bits back. So I turn on monetization but I don't do memberships and all that and the Patreon, because I'm trying not for it to be about money. But what we're talking about are the honest reviews. There are other honest reviews out there. There's lots of honest reviews out there, but there's lots more shields. It just frustrates me, the ones that I know are shields that I thought of as being honest. I ended up in hospital. Sorry, who was that? It just flushed up. Well, that was quite serious. Someone just ended up in hospital. I don't know who it was, because it didn't see it in time. I just keep my eyes peeled for that when that comes back up. So I will see if I can get it to come back up. Live chat. I ended up in hospital at 34. It says, someone's test. Why are you calling yourself test? Because my larynx started closing randomly. Turned out to be silent acid reflux. Yes, that's the thing as well. I'm a fit and healthy marathon runner. Yes, but that can actually cause acid reflux. There's another thing. A lot of conditions that athletes and runners will get, and bodybuilders and stuff, where you put lots of pressure on your body. Especially runners get all sorts. I mean, not least a high rate of kneecap replacements. Your cartilage wears out and stuff like that. You know, everything's healthy to a degree. Anything taken to an extreme is not healthy. But acid reflux, yeah. Any strain in that area, I don't know, because I just had an endoscopy. I was sure I had an ulcer and stuff. It turns out I just got mild gastritis. They call it mild, don't they? Sometimes it feels serious to me, but could have been a lot worse. But they didn't. But I know I've got acid reflux because I keep burping when I'm having a drink. But it's that little valve at the top of the esophagus and the stomach, isn't it, where you get all these sorts of problems. And that if they'll just, whatever it is, a lot of the times they won't do anything, but you've got no idea what it is. They'll just give you antacids and PPIs, which have terrible side effects as well. You've really got to be self-aware before you know, that's the first thing for all these things. They'll say take PPIs. Also, just want to say hello. Hey, nice to see you, Alan. But I'm sure your real name's not Test, is it? Nearly 8 years of following you now. Well, who are you, Mr. Test? Because I've never seen a Mr. Test come up before. And I know there's a testicle joke there somewhere. Wasn't it? Yeah, never mind. Maybe that was it. But why are you not giving me your real name then? Who are you? Reveal yourself. If you turn out to be Olive, that would be weird as well. Because he was following me when he was denying it, by the way. What? Don't bring it up again. I'm sorry. We were supposed to be on a truce. I said, anyway. I nearly said on a break. Yeah. There's a crowd has disappeared. Yeah, I even brought a mic and then I left it in the car. I forgot to use it. My name is. It's gone again. My name is Joseph. My name is Josh. Also from North London. Sorry, just don't use YouTube much anymore. Josh, are you an Arsenal supporter? I'm a Tottenham supporter. You turn out to be an Arsenal supporter, we might have a problem. But we finally won a cup. All these Arsenal supporters can no longer throw that at us when you're going to. All the old cup jokes, cup is bare. Who doesn't win anything now? Arsenal. It's the only one who doesn't know about English football. He's got no idea what I'm talking about. I was about 5 minutes from the lane. It's not the lane anymore, is it? What is it? They're still trying to find a sponsor, aren't they, for the new stadium? So, are you a Spurs supporter? You know, a lot of Man United supporters live in completely different countries, let alone live in Manchester. And Liverpool, the same thing. Isn't it? Council flats that no longer exist. It's sign of the times. Sign of the time. Yeah, in the old days it was council flats, big blocks of flats. Now it's oh, it's terrible. All these concrete blocks. That's why we get inner city squalor. Apparently, I don't think that's the reason. But never mind. You don't. Oh, don't start that one now. Yes, don't go there. I nearly went there on Reddit. You can't win, so I'm not going there. I'm trying to chill out. I'm going to have a walk in a minute. And I brought a mic to do this. I think I'm going to go back to the car and see if I can get my mic to work. I don't know. Is the audio alright on this? I'm just using the. I did update my phone. I've got the S25 Plus now. Should have got the Ultra. It's too small. It's Plus. I kept saying, oh, the Ultra's too big. Get the Plus instead. So yeah, the Plus is no bigger really than the S10 Plus I had. Well disappointed. I'm going to get the Ultra. But I know it's significant. You got on YouTube, but it doesn't look that much difference. But in the real life, it is. Audio good. But when I played back the one from yesterday, it was. Shall I walk you back to the car? I'm going to go back to the car. No, I think I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this right here. I can't believe we've been sitting there talking like this. I just had a cup of tea. Half an hour. Bloody hell. Right. I'm going to go and get my mic and see if I can, because really that's what I'm trying to do, work out to do a decent live thing. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere for the rest of my life. I'll be back in a minute. I just got a DJI mic what I thought would be better. Peace. That's all we can wish for everybody, peace. I know. The joke being, that was the Carry On film. Have you seen, was it Carry On Up the West or something? Carry On Cowboy, is it, or something? And he says, was it Sid James says to the Indians, 1 minute you say peace on, and then you say peace off. Live long and... Look, I'm not retiring. I'll be back in a minute. So I'm going to end this, and I'll be back in a minute, and I hope some of you will be around. I'm just going to get my mic and see if I can get it up to work with this. The same as... Oh, here's the thing. I'm going to say goodbye for... Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, just for now.